particularly in the fourth quarter, what were they able to do to make you guys get out of your rhythm, so to speak?
Well, first quarter they put a lot of pressure on us full court with the 2-2-1 press. I don't think that we did as good of a job as we needed to breaking the press. We had a few 10-second counts, and that's just something that we'll learn from here on out.
Do you feel like you were able to get your shots you wanted, or do you feel they forced you to take shots you didn't want to take?
Yes, in the fourth quarter, I think that we were rushing because we just seen the press and people weren't in the right spots, and we just had a lot of turnovers and bad shots before.
Anything else for Curtyce?
Curtyce, was there anything in particular you noticed from the first half to the second half that they did different that maybe caused you guys some problems in the third and fourth period?
I mean, the second half, they just came out, they was playing hard. The coaches told us that they'll come out strong. They put a lot of pressure on me. But I just think that we just need to play harder, make the right decisions when adversity hits.
Anything else for Curtyce? All right, thanks, Curtyce.
I think a lot of it, right before the end of the half, if you'll go back and look at a 1:36 in the clock, we got a 9-point lead. Curtyce just made a great play. They miss a three-pointer, get the board, miss a layup, miss a rebound, miss another three-pointer, they make a foul. We miss 2 free throws. Instead of stretching that lead to 11, I think that was big, and then we made a mistake, and then a turnover by Curtyce right at the end gave them another chance. But it isn't that they didn't score at the end of that last possession. It was they could see the fear in us against pressure. We didn't handle pressure very well at the end of the first half, where it should have been an 11-point lead, and it wasn't. They cut it to 7. Second half, they made the adjustments. They stopped some of our inside game by starting to double, and then we threw a few away, and then when she was doubled inside, she couldn't make the assist. So when you look at it, for 2 games in a row, I have 0 assists out of my 2 post players. That's where you've got to have interior passing to be able to score. You've got to have interior passing. We want to go inside just like our men's team does with Tyler Davis, and then he can kick out if needed. We'll work on that, but give Kyla a lot of credit for what she's doing to finish plays to get us the lead to start off. She's doing an excellent job in that regard. But a lot of times when you're looking at our team, our stats are misleading because I'm having to play that first 6 so many minutes. Their freshmen are able to come off the bench and produce at a higher level than ours are right now. And so I'm wearing out that first 6. Maybe when we have some easier ball games, I can get some of that development of those kids, but what the Edwards kid did for them coming off the bench was outstanding, and number 3 and 10 put a lot of pressure on Curtyce, and that's where we got the 5 turnovers. But give them credit because they outplayed us in the second half. Again, we had a 6-point lead, if I'm not mistaken, in the fourth quarter, I think, with the basketball, and then the turnover started rolling. You are not going to win any ball game making 22 turnovers in a ball game unless you're playing a very weak team and they're turning it over. They didn't. So give SC credit. They did a good job. When Minion got the ball, Simon got the ball in the second half, I thought she made some tough shots. She's the best post player that we've gone against this year, and I thought she did a good job. But I thought our guard play would be able to handle pressure better than it did. So we'll go back to the drawing board, work on it better, try to get better. Questions?
How much was Williams today, not necessarily that she wasn't having a good night shooting, but how much it was her defense? Last time out, I think more she just wasn't able to make her shots, but Was a lot of it had to do this time with USC's defense as opposed to her just having another off night shooting?
She's going to see that type of defense from the SEC on. When you get an athlete on that girl that was chasing her around came here on an official visit, Mesurek from North Carolina. She chose USC. She's a great defensive guard, similar to, say, Dillingham of Mississippi State. She's going to see that a lot. So that means other people have got to step up and be able to score. They couldn't stop us inside unless it was a lot of help or we turned it over. Danny has got to learn to be more physical, move about the ball more, and then knock down the shots when she is open. I think she scored one time on taking it to the elbow on a play, made a nice little three-point play right there. And other than that, Danny is going to see that type of SEC defense the rest of the way.
Any other questions for Coach?
Got a lot of rookies in here. Y'all got anything?
Coach, just talk about the last 2 minutes when you all were able to, the team was struggling on the inbound, and they got those 10-second calls late.
That's all on. A lot of it's on Curtyce, Andrielle with her turnovers. She's got to learn to get the ball across the court. We've got to go up. And when I play my 1 and 2, 39 and 40 minutes, they're going to tire out. I'm sorry, I don't have the depth to be able to help them or to trust my others right now. That will come in time, and we'll work on that. But that's where a point guard has got to want the ball and be able to beat the press by herself on certain situations. And a couple of times we beat the press, we came down, and what did we do? We threw it away, trying to go post to post. So it was just sort of like a tidal wave coming at the end, and we couldn't get into an offense to be able to execute. What I've got to do is turn Andrielle into that complete player, not just a rebounder and a hustle player, because there's nobody in the league that goes as hard as she does for as many minutes and plays that hard. Once I turn her into more of a complete player, where she's not 5 for 14, she's going to feel better about herself. But if we didn't have her 17 rebounds, it might have been over before now.
What about Williams, 63, 62, or second free throw? If anybody wants to shoot free throw, it's hard. She misses one of her 3 free throws. Then it's 1 point game, then they make 2. Did you want her to shoot the 3 right there to tie the game up, or maybe get 1 bucket and try to get 2? Or what was your thoughts when it went to 65, 62, because she missed her that free throw and would have tied it at 63?
When she missed it, we were trying to make the second, and hopefully we could have got the steal. But the problem was they had fresher legs than us, and they got open in the guards. We hadn't worked on enough in the game situations, Robert, to be honest. We had to chase and make a play at the end. Our kids did not have that at the end. I was disappointed at the end of the game. We didn't foul with 6 seconds to go. I told the kids in there, I said, y'all quit. I don't care how much time left. We don't just let them dribble the ball away with 6 seconds to go and lose close at home. You got 5,000 elementary kids just saw that we just said, hey, y'all take it. That's not good basketball. That's poor coach basketball. I'll work on that with them. But when Danny had the 3 to tie, of course, Danny says she might have got fouled. Who knows if they did? Did they have the angle? I do not know. Okay, whether she was or not. And once she hit in the last game to bank it in to beat Tech, sometimes you can only roll the dice so much. If you're having that bad of a shooting night, difference was she scored 32 and hit the basket. When she's going 3 for 10, sometimes it's tough to make that shot under pressure because you've lost your confidence. So I was praying for the foul, not for the shot to go in.
Coach, speaking of the elementary students, do you think that they created a good atmosphere for you guys today?
The atmosphere was tremendous the whole ball game. Tell you the truth, I thought we had more people here than we had at the 8,000 that was there last year. Our marketing department did a good job. I was disappointed it was $74.99, but I'm appreciative of all the ones that came. They saw a very good basketball game. And I wish it would have been on television, but at least it's on the computer. People got to see it. This is the way our games are going to be all year. This is not going to be our last loss. It's definitely Southern Cal's going to lose some. We've got to get better at end-of-game situations and want the ball and be able to call the right plays and make the right stops. The difference at the fourth quarter, they had kids that went one-on-one who could score off of the bounce. We've got kids that are having to get open off screens to shoot the ball. That's a whole lot of difference, because we were taking away their first options, and so they would just dribble, drive, attack, throw it up, and they made some tough shots. Give them credit.
Anything else for Coach?
Gary, what do you have to do to get this team ready to go and play well on Monday night?
You got to go study first. We got finals coming up, and that's the most important thing. We'll be off tomorrow, and I'm not sure if we're off tomorrow and Friday. I know we're off tomorrow. We got to recover, get in the pool, because when we're playing those 6, that many minutes, and they need to be getting that cold pool. And tell you the truth, I probably need a back massage right now. And I've got to realize it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a hard-fought season. I've got great kids. What they've got to do is learn to move on past this, go study the film to see what we can do better, and get ready for the next game. Going to SMU and TCU, before the season started, I said, boy, I'll take a 1-1 split in our heartbeat on that situation, because they won us bad, both of them. And so what we're going to do is get a whole lot better. Appreciate everybody coming.
Thank you, sir.